Hi, my name is Katie, and today I'm going to be talking about a movie that nobody fucking remembers, the 2018 Grinch movie. Now, I saw this movie once. I watched it on Netflix like 10 days before they were taking it off. I had no idea it was even on Netflix. But then I took one look at the cast and I knew I had to fucking watch it. Because for some reason, I can't fucking even. Oh my god. Okay. You'll never guess who they got to play the Grinch. You'll never fucking guess. Like, I can't. I don't even want to say his name because I just feel like. It feels so weird. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. They got Benedict Cumberbatch to play the Grinch. It's so awful. It's so... okay. Anyways, I watched this movie one time, but I feel like nobody has been able to watch that movie more than once. It was so awful. So I'm here to give you an objective review and, kind of plot description of this fucking godforsaken movie. The movie, it follows a completely different storyline. You know, the original animated movie from, like, I don't fucking know when the original was done. Listen, everyone knows the Jim Carrey one. Not at all like the Jim Carrey one. It follows a completely wild and wacky storyline. I just don't think it was good. I don't think the storyline and, like, the differences they made in the plot were, like, necessary or that good. I feel like it could have easily been just a modernized version of what the Jim Carrey plotline was. But, like, you know, animated. It was done by Illumination. I fucking hate Illumination. They did The Minions. They did Despicable Me. Despicable Me, objectively, is a really good movie. Rashida Jones is in this. I love Rashida Jones. She was in Parks and Rec. Very good in Parks and Rec. She was also in The Office. Didn't like her as much in The Office. This movie was narrated by fucking Pharrell Williams. Like, you remember that motherfucker who sang Happy? Yeah. This movie has a bunch of fucking celebrities in it that nobody was expecting, specifically with the soundtrack. They got Tyler the Creator to make songs for this movie. What? What? Why? I don't know why they felt the need to have Tyler the Creator make songs for this movie. This movie is just so confusing and something else. And okay, let's just dive in. Let's go over my points because I have a whole list on my phone. This movie is obviously set in the same kind of era and place. You know, it's set in Whoville. You've got the Who's who don't actually look like Who's. You know how in the Jim Carrey one they all had, like, you know, the very iconic facial features, like the nose, like really funky hairstyles. They do have pretty funky hairstyles, but they don't have like the iconic features that Who's had in that movie. And it's really disappointing because that's what made them so distinguishable from just, you know, like regular people. They were their own kind of, you know, species, and I thought that was really cool when because The Grinch is one of my favorite holiday movies. I've been watching that since I was like really little, and Jim Carrey is a Canadian actor, so represent. Second is the setting. So obviously you've got Whoville, and then you've got the kind of Grinch's lair, which for some reason they decide to make like really bright and colorful and lively, which I don't know. Symbolically, I feel like that's just incorrect and like the wrong thing to do, because obviously the Who's are really bright people. They're really enthusiastic and colorful and vibrant. And to do the same thing for the Grinch's like kind of cavern is just really wrong, because there's supposed to be a significant difference at the beginning of the movie between his motivations and theirs. And it's just, I don't think it does a good job to symbolize their difference. And as usual, Benedict Cumberbatch is playing a gay man. The Grinch is definitely gay. This movie is definitely an allegory for being queer. Why am I allowed to say that? Because I am gay. Happy Pride Month, by the way. Yeah, this movie is definitely gay. Very, very, very gay. At one point, the Grinch wears like a 1980s like pink aerobics outfit. You can't tell me that isn't gay. Okay, yeah, and then there's that like the song that went like viral a bit, where like all the musicians and shit would do the like, is the like God Yes Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen fucking thing. That was done by Pentatonics. I wasn't expecting that, but it was. They got a bunch of fucking people for this movie. It's insane. Oh yeah, Rashida Jones plays a MILF. Just thought I'd mention that. Oh yeah, they have a weed joke in it. That was sick. I thought that was cool as fuck. There's blackmail in this. Kids plotting fucking crimes, I guess. That's like, just average kid shit, We always plot crimes. There wasn't much interaction between Cindy Lou and the Grinch, which I thought was really disappointing. Because in the... I'm just gonna call it the original, even though it's not the original movie. It is the original on my heart, okay? In the original, there was a lot of interaction between Cindy Lou and the Grinch, because she was the one who was giving him a chance. She was the one who was trying to prove to everyone that he was a good person who had gone through some terrible things, and that's the way he was. But in this, that's just not the case. In fact, they actually didn't make him kind of the legend that he was in the original. They sent him down to Whoville. No fucking, like, when he had, like, the whole fucking hood on and he looked like a fucking Jedi? Yeah, they didn't do that here. He just went fucking naked, I guess. I don't know what qualifies as naked for the Grinch. They just made him go bare, and it just felt really, really wrong, because nobody knew who he was. Nobody recognized him. He wasn't this ominous being that he was in the original. And I think it was really disappointing that they made that decision, because that's part of his character. That's part of what made the original so good. Is that they tried to convince these people. It was an effort to convince these people that he was a good person, and to try and change the narrative, which they didn't do in this, which is so sad, because it would have made it automatically 10 times better. Cindy Lou, yeah, plotting shit with her friends. Yeah, there was no development of I can't get over this point. There was no development of the relationship between the Grinch and Cindy Lou. At some points it was just blatantly creepy. Oh my god, it was creepy. There was definitely some implications that he was going to fuck Cindy Lou's mom. But then I kept remembering back to the 1980s pink aerobic outfit, and there was no fucking shot that he was gonna bang her mom, because he's gay. I can't. They made him gay, dude. This movie. Oh my god. It got a 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, which honestly I think is way too high. It should have gotten much, much lower. It made $511 million at the box office. Also way too much. Like, these poor parents spent like $20 on a movie ticket to such a garbage movie for their fucking snotty ass kids. Like, you're allowed to make kids movies good, especially a Christmas movie. Like, Christmas movies are like integral to like Christmas celebrations and Christmas traditions, you know? I watch fucking the Grinch movie every year when it comes back out on Netflix. And that's like always been a part of like, you know, Christmas for me. I don't think the kids that are growing up and this is one of the movies they watch, they're not going to remember this. This isn't going to be part of their, you know, traditions because it's such a forgettable and awful fucking movie. It is a piece of garbage. Ugh. I give this movie a 2 out of 10. The only good thing in this movie was probably Benedict Cumberbatch and Rashida Jones because, you know, they're pretty great actors. Also, can we stop getting, like, mainstream actors to do voice acting? There are voice actors for a reason. You know? Like, there's a job dedicated to voice acting, and you're getting actors who probably have no idea how to, you know, voice act doing like voice acting roles. I think that's stupid. Yeah, that's about it. I guess I'll see you in the next one.